Hello everybody, and as you can hear in the background, it's the Champions League theme going, and this is going to kick off our next episode of the Burnley Career Mode. Later on we've got two more Premier League games, one against Bournemouth, and certainly one against Bournemouth, but it's to Turf Moor we go for the first of our three games, and we play Juventus in a game that we really did need to win, just to make sure that we could top the group. So there was a lot riding on this really for us, because when you think about it, conceivably if we lost to Juventus and Monaco got a massive result against Mönchengladbach, and let's be fair, they had goal difference could have been all important. Remember, we had the same goal difference as Monaco, so if they bettered us on goal difference, they could top the group. So it was 3 points to gap. But if we beat Juventus, regardless what Monaco did in the other game, we topped the group anyway. So this was going to go down to the wire. So there was a big sellout crowd for the first game of three at Turf Moor. Magnificent occasion as usual for this, and well, we couldn't wait to get going. But Turf Moor it's going to be a special European night. So here we go then. Juventus and Burnley. This place in the last 16 of the UEFA Champions League. I was ready in the commentary box, so were the Clarets. Could we get revenge on our earlier defeat to Juventus, or would Juventus and Monaco contrive to knock the Clarets out into the Europa League? Let's find out as we go to Turf Moor for the final group game. Well, here we are at Turf Moor, the final game of the knockout rounds for the Champions League. And it's a must-winner for Burnley tonight. Lose and Monaco get a better result against Mönchengladbach, then Burnley could end up dropping into the Europa League. Burnley win, however, over Juventus, as you can see there, would take Burnley a point clear and take them through as group winners. So a draw would be enough as well for Burnley, but they want to go out there and get a win in front of a sellout crowd of 22,500 here tonight. And this is the team that's been assigned by John Stutzy to do it. Snodgrass and Gunmunson on the flanks could pose the threat. Snodgrass sort of playing out of position. Defoe and Hughes keeping their places. So too Rashford and Gray. Me and Keane have been superb at the back for Burnley during this Champions League campaign thus far. As for Juventus, they've got some big names. Dambula and Pranic, who scored in the first game. They start tonight. Watch out for Higuain as well. Marchisio, Bonucci, and of course the evergreen captain Gigi Buffon. Referee tonight comes from France, and we're ready to go now. Terrific atmosphere for this game. So Burnley to get us away. Claret and blue, knowing that a draw or a win will be enough to take them through to the last 16 of the Champions League. A defeat and results elsewhere. It's good Manson going for the early shot there, palmed away by Gigi Buffon for an early corner. Good start here from the Clarets. Good running. There's the shot, left foot, and that's a fine save by the former Italian captain. It's a corner. Remember, a defeat here and a draw there as the header comes in over the top from Ben Mee, and Monaco will go for at their expense on goal difference. So an important night tonight for the Clarets, as you saw Ben Mee head wide. Khedira to Higuain. Good turn by him. Now Dambula. Lovely turn there. Dambula, who scored a smashing goal against Burnley at the Juventus Stadium, just shooting over the top of the crossbar there. Big chance there for Juve. Into Snodgrass this time. Hughes is there too. Gunmunson with a shot. Oh, just over. Well, this is more like the Burnley we're used to seeing in the Premier League. Real intensity here. And a smashing shot there that just narrowly missed the angle of post and crossbar. And here come Burnley again with Gray. It's a lovely ball now. Rashford with a big chance now. Rashford! 1-0! Half an hour gone. And just listen to that noise. Gray sent Rashford away. And the young man on loan from Manchester United taking full advantage, shooting under Buffon. Shot slowed down can be a problem for goalkeepers, even one of Gigi Buffon's outstanding class. And in a game that Burnley really could do with winning, they are doing. A 0-0, and it's his third goal in the Champions Cup this season. Here's Gudmundsson, 10 minutes to play at half time, and Burnley playing with a real swagger and a real vibrance about them. And Rashford again! Oh! Well, they're certainly putting on a show for the fans tonight. They could have been leading by more than one in truth. What a terrific hit by Rashford, and a tremendous save again by Gigi Buffon, diving away to his left hand side. Corrado. Pjanic. Higuain. Dembele. Good play again this time from Juventus. Dembele now towards the area. Good run in and a good save. Well, that'll keep Burnley in the league surely going towards half time. Regulations say there for Tom Heaton, palming it away. So here we go then in the second half. Corrado gets it back again. Corrado still hugging that right touchline. A lovely ball by Higuain into his path. Juventus starting the second half really well. And Dembele turns. Good chance here for Juventus. 1-1. And Dembele, we've got the goal against Burnley when the sides last met in Turin. Has done it again here. Makes it 1-1. Super right-footed shot, and as soon as it left his foot, Tom Heaton wasn't getting anywhere near this one. And Burnley have been held back, but it doesn't change too much in the way Burnley's task is tonight. Just avoid defeat if you can. But Dembele's sixth goal in the Champions League has brought them back on level terms for Juventus. Sandro does really well, Sandro. Lovely play in a corner now for Juventus, who are cranking up the pressure now. The second Juventus goal could be so disastrous for Burnley. They've gone short this time. That's Samoa playing it in. Higuain's there as well. Good play there by the Argentinian, and almost a goal for Sami Khedira. Well, that could have been catastrophic there for Burnley's chances of reaching the last 16 there. And Khedira needed to be a bit more accurate, otherwise it could have been problems for Burnley. Now Snodgrass, 20 minutes to go. 1-1 is the score. Rashford, he's kept it in well. Stephen Defoe forward. Plenty forward up there. Hughes is there. Gudmundsson making a good break down the right. With a ball in there towards Hughes! He's done it! And that could be the goal! And the moment that Burnley have been craving! It could be the moment that takes them through to the last 16! Not only that, but they could well finish top of the group! The group of death! What a super shot! And what a super moment for Burnley! If they can hold on now, they will have done it! Well, Hughes makes it 2-1 with 73 minutes gone. Hughes now looking for Gray. Does well. Good turn. Gudmundsson's through. Gudmundsson signing in. And that might as well have settled that then. There's his shot. And just narrowly wide of Buffon's near post. And that would have settled it for sure. 3 minutes to go, and then there's time added on. This is Rashford. Burnley playing with a great deal of impetus. They've really took it to Juventus tonight. And they've been heroes through it. And Rashford's shot deflected. Buffon couldn't keep it out. Couldn't prevent the corner rather. We are into time added on at the end of the game. As you see there, Rashford's shot, it was going on target by the deflection, which took it behind for the corner. Forward it, right into the danger zone, and it will be another corner. So Burnley aren't finishing yet. They might not want to settle for 2-1 here. They might go for 3-1. I like their ambition. A lovely ball into the penalty area. A tremendous save by Buffon. That was a marvellous save of international calibre. It was Gray's header. And what about that for a piece of goalkeeping? That's a smart save. And it may well not be enough for Juventus to get anything out of this game. But it was truly a magnificent save as the corner comes in. Burnley are on the brink here of topping Group D as that ball gets swung in again. Juventus knock it away. Still we play on. And there we are, the final whistle. The French referee has blown and Burnley have done it. They are last 16, and not only that, they've actually topped the group by overtaking Matt Allegri's men, because they've beaten them by 2-1. Marcus Rashford got the first goal, then Burnley equalised early on in the second half for Juventus, but Flo Hughes with 18 minutes to go took the game for Burnley, and they've taken a last 16 spot with it and finish up as group winners. Final score then, Burnley 2. What a magnificent achievement. We've topped the group by a point from Juventus. What a moment. But it was a tough old game. Monaco won their game against Mönchengladbach, but it was academic. They go into the Europa League for the second half of the season. As for us, we now go through to the last 16 as group winners. Fantastic. And Juventus finished a point behind us. But if it had finished a draw, then Juventus would have been top, and I think we would have still finished in the top 2 anyway. But a terrific achievement for us, and as it happens, you'll be very pleased to know that we've got a very glamorous last 16 draw, because if you see there very closely, we have actually drawn Real Madrid away from home in the first leg. We played the first leg on the 22nd of February, and then in the second leg on the 14th of March, we take them on at Turf Moor. So what a glamour game to look forward to there. Anyway, it's back to league matters and FA Cup matters for the next couple of months before the latter end of February. Champions League now goes into hibernation for a couple of months, and now we've got to take on Eddie Howe's Bournemouth at Turf Moor, and then we've got to go to play Slaven Bilic's West Ham later. So the return but first the return to Eddie Howe the return to Turf Moor of Eddie Howe. Big game for this Bournemouth side, who are rock bottom at the moment. Only 3 points from 14 games played this season. Not good enough really for a side that is a very talented side. Burnley going into the game lying 5th with 23 points in 5th place, and not far off a Champions League place at the moment. Snodgrass complained that he was not up to it, but we needed all the manpower we could get, because obviously our squad is still thin bare. We also got £18 million, by the way, for finishing top of our Champions League group, so that will be handy money going into January. But let's get over to Turf Moor, as Eddie Howe returned to Turf Moor, needing a win really to give Bournemouth any chance of getting out of it. Let's find out how we got on. So 3 days after Burnley sealed their passage into the last 16 in the Champions League, where they'll play Real Madrid, it's back to league matters, and an old face returns to Turf Moor, but it's the same 11 that famously did Juventus the other night in a terrific encounter. A game that had everything in it, and it could have gone either way. And they finished top of the group, of course. So the same 11 is the order of the day for Burnley. Why change a winning formula? John Stutzy won't want to change. Now what about Eddie Howe? A man under pressure, just 1 win from 14 games this season. Needs another one, you feel. And this is the side he's picked. Lewis Graham gets the nod up front ahead of Callum Wilson. Junior Stanislas, a former Burnley player, is back, and Federici gets the nod above Arthur Burks in goal. Jack Wilshere again is amongst the substitutes, and the referee from Manchester is Anthony Taylor. He's the man in charge today, and it's going to be Burnley in those famous claret and blue shirts. They're going from right to left to get us away in this game. I think it will be a real battle here this afternoon. As Lawton goes forward and then was hacked unceremoniously down to the floor there by Max Gradle, and referee Taylor, having no other choice perhaps but to show Max Gradle the yellow card. He's a terrific talent, young Max Gradle, but he has a villainous streak in him, as we saw in his early days in his career at Leeds United many years ago. It's a free kick, good distance out. Hughes fancies this though, and he tries the shot and just clears Federici's crossbar, but not by much, I have to say. Good effort from the hero on Wednesday night. He got the winning goal, of course, which won the game against Juventus and took Burnley through to the last 16. Here's Goslin. And Graben is through. Big chance here for Bournemouth. Graben, good save. Terrific save there by Tom Heaton. Did really well. Stanislas. Serban. Now Tyrone Mings, formerly of Ipswich Town, of course. Mings to the byline. A decent looking cross, and it missed everybody in the end. And it runs out of play for the goal kick. As we look again at that cynical challenge from Max Gradle. Had no real need to make that sort of challenge. And he knew it was from behind, and I think the red card was the yellow card, I should say, was necessary there, as Tom Heaton prepares to take the Burnley goal kick. And decides to go short this time. Here's Ben Mee for the Clarets. And it's a nice little ball there to Goodmunson, who had a superb match on Wednesday night. Gray, who didn't score, had a superb match himself. Tries to get Rashford in, but he was deflected back to Gray, and it was well taken by Federici. Goodmunson, all good play. This is Gray, big chance here. Stephen Defoe making a good run. Oh, he's in the crossbar, Gray. Terrific effort. And the ball runs dead, but Gray smashing the Bournemouth crossbar. This is Stanislas. Back to Graben, Stanislas making a good run, and the former Burnley player has scored against his old club, or has he? Well, when you're at the bottom of the table, I suppose, the luck is never on your side. But it looks as if Stanislas may have just wandered into an offside position. Yeah, about a yard in it, and it was not the right result for Stanislas. Definitely offside. Adam Smith. Well, not really much to report other than Stanislavski's goal ruled out for offside. Burnley have had a couple of hard chances, but that's really been about it, really. So half time here at Turf Moor. It's Burnley 0, Bournemouth 0. So off we go then in the second half. No changes from either side as we restart the game. Burnley in claret and blue, and of course Bournemouth in the all blue strip. They're going towards the right-hand end of the goal as Stanislas comes forward. The early cross in there, and only flipped away there by the goalkeeper to come here for Dan Gosling. Will he hit the shot? Will he hit the shot? He will, and he just scrapes over the crossbar. Former Everton and Newcastle man. Struck it well, but over the top of the bar it went. And Eddie Howe, who needs another win, knows that chances like that can't slip away for them. Here comes Rashford on the break. Oh, he's through! Big chance now for Burnley. Rashford penalty! Has to be! Surely a red card as well for Wilson. No, it's a yellow card. Well, Mark Wilson, in my opinion, is a very lucky man. Because there was no doubt in my mind that Rashford was clean through and goal. Mark Wilson was definitely the last man. It's a definite penalty. The referee's got one part of it right, but I think it should have been a red card as Lewis Cup comes off for Bournemouth and Harry Arter, the midfield man, comes on. So midfielder for a midfielder. But Mark Wilson should be in the dressing room now having an early bath. But he's got a yellow card, and Andre Gray, the designated penalty taker, has taken the responsibility. Faces Adam Federici in goal. And this to give Burnley a lead here at Turf Moor. Oh, he's missed it! Missed it! And no wonder he holds his head in his hands. Oh, that's tame as they come. Well wide of the target. Here's Mings. Can Bournemouth profit from Burnley's missed opportunity from the penalty spot? This is Smith. Andrew Sermon. Graben! Well, they have chances here in this game, Bournemouth, but they just haven't been able to finish. In fact, it wasn't Graben, it was Ariata, but he hit it over the top. And that just sums up Bournemouth's season in a nutshell. Francis. Back to Federici this time. Coming up to the last quarter of an hour. Here's Gray. Andre Gray. Oh, he's in the post. Rashford! And the deadlock has been broken. And Burnley, who started the day in 5th place, take the lead. Bournemouth's inability to clear the lines come back to haunt, and first effort was well hit by Andre Gray. Smashed back off the post, and it fell so invitingly for Rashford to smash it past Federici. He was recovering from the first effort that beat him, that coming back off the post. But it's Burnley who take the lead with a quarter of an hour to go, and Rashford claims his 7th goal this season. This is Graben for Bournemouth. Plenty waiting in the middle. Key with a header out, but not very far. Graben again playing it in, and that goes down into touch for the goal kick. And triple change, Stephen Defoe, Andre Graham, Ben Mead making way. James Tarkowski, Jeff Henrick and some folks on. And Max Gradle, who's carrying a yellow card, he comes off. And Callum Wilson will go on up top. Well, we're now into the last 5 minutes. Here's the goal kick taken by Heaton. Little flick on. And what a chance now for the sub, folks. He's onside. This could settle it. Oh, terrific save. Adam Federici with a superb save. It looked as if, folks, with virtually his first meaningful contribution of the game was about to make it 2, but the goalkeeper made a fine save at his near post. Seconds to go. Looks as if it's going to be another dreadful afternoon for Bournemouth. It's finished Burnley 1, Bournemouth 0, so Burnley will stay in the top 5 at least. Marcus Rashford with the winning goal, although Andre Gray missed a penalty before that. Stanislas in the first half had a goal chalked off for offside. Nothing going right for Eddie Howe and his team right now, but everything flying for Burnley into the last 16 in the Champions League and now fighting for the top 4 in the Premier League. Final score at Turf Moor, Burnley 1, Bournemouth 0. So another important 3 points there for Burnley, puts us into the top 4 on goal difference from Stoke. As for Bournemouth, the torture continues there at bottom, but look at Manchester United. Second from bottom, played 14, only won 2 games. Well, they are a point out of getting out of the relegation zone, but it's not where Manchester United expected to be at this stage of the season. They were supposed to be at the top end where Burnley and Chelsea and Arsenal and Liverpool are at the moment, but nowhere near at the moment. West Ham filling that other third relegation spot, but Manchester United in big trouble. Speaking of relegation candidates, we've got West Ham next at the Olympic Stadium, or the London Stadium as it's now known. A big game this, really, and it means if we can take another 3 points, it will cement our place in the top 4. Burnley's place now, we're talking about going in to 3 Christmas games against Spurs, Middlesbrough and Sunderland, and you'll see all those games in our next episode. Let's get over to the London Stadium for the final game of this particular episode as we took on Slaven Bilic's struggling West Ham. Who would get the 3 points? As it turned out, you're in for a real cracker, so stay with us because this was going to be a real cracker as we took on West Ham away from home in what was a real crackerjack. Well, here we are at the London Stadium as Burnley look to make it 3 wins on the spin in this episode. Another tricky away test against Slaven Bilic's West Ham, who are struggling at the foot of the table, third bottom. They stick with Adrian in goal. Watch out for Lanzini and Zaza further forward. Ayew as well on the wings. Mobile, Sacco, Reed, Payet amongst the substitutes, Andy Carroll as well. As for Burnley, the same 11 again, just picks itself from the basis of great performances, and they certainly produced a victory of determination against Bournemouth last time out, and they'll need that determination, you feel, once again at the London Stadium. The referee tonight is Andre Mariner. He comes from Birmingham. West Ham for the record in claret and blue. Burnley, of course, in the all light blue shirts. Here's Chiati intercepting the long pass in there. Lanzini's forward. And Ayew is through. Ayew for West Ham. 1-0. He took it so well, as you'll see on the replay. Apologies for the bump there on the editing software. That's the editing software's fault. But you'll see the goal and its glory behind the goal. Shoots inside Heaton's near post. Heaton going the wrong way really with his dive. Maybe going to ground a little too soon. But West Ham are in front in a game they feel they need to win. 9 minutes gone, and really that's a perfect start. It's his second goal, Ayew, this season. Antonio's in behind Ben Mee and Robertson. Ball played in towards Lanzini. Oh, Zaza's gone down. Oh, the referee's gone with giving it. He looked harsh because Keane clearly took the ball. And Zaza has won a penalty under false pretences. He's looking for that, the Italian. And I think Burnley have been robbed of a bad decision. And it gives Zaza, who won the penalty in rather controversial fashion, the chance to put West Ham 2 goals into the lead. And he's missed it! Well, as Phil Bird, the Clarence player commentator, once said, justice Justice is done, and Zaza misses the penalty. He did everything right, but the accuracy was lacking. But having said all that, maybe it's justice for Burnley in terms of the penalty should never have been given. So maybe that undecision has sorted itself out with the penalty miss, and there might be even more justice in the offing for Burnley. Here's Gray with a left foot. It's a brilliant goal. 1-1. And not only is the injustice wiped out with the penalty miss, Burnley are back on terms with a screamer. Although I would actually question Adrian's role in the goal there, because he seemed to have it coming in and all of a sudden decided to dive back, was nowhere near the ball. But take nothing away from that glorious strike from Andre Gray, who's having a purple patch, and what a way to bring up your 10th of the season. 1-1. And here's Gudmundsson. He's got Norvelt to face. Gray's forward. It's Gray! And it's in! Gray will claim it! It's 2-1 to Burnley. And Gray may well get his second, although there are some people, I believe, in the dubious goals committee that might give that an own goal to Adrian. And it looks as if Gray will not have the goal. It's an own goal by Adrian. And the dubious goals committee has given it in favour of an own goal for the West Ham goalkeeper. But Gray's shot was definitely on target in my opinion, and maybe Gray should have been accredited with it, but it didn't matter because Burnley are 2-1 up, and that's the most important thing at this moment in time. But here's Lanzini for West Ham. Ayew on the far side, lovely cross in there. Aubameyang waiting and heading wide. It's a big opportunity that for West Ham, and they know it. Nice header back, a nice cross back, and the header just wasn't troubling the scorers, and to the despair of Slaven Bilic. Here's Robertson, and he's been known to hit them quite a lot, but that's not troubling the scorers. But Burnley will go into the break. John Stetsy side knowing that they're in course for victory here. So before the start of the second half, Burnley have made a couple of changes. Henrik and Arfield both on for Hughes and Robert Snodgrass. This is Lawton. And now Henrik. Burnley came from behind to lead in this game, and here's Gray. He's onside. Oh, he's hit it over into the Burnley fans behind Adrian's goal. Could have had his second. Should really have had 2 goals really tonight if it wasn't for the dubious goals committee. But he smashed that one over into the stand for a goal kick. And West Ham will be, I suppose, relieved by that more than anything else. But really, West Ham really had the chance to go 2 up. They didn't take it, and maybe justice was done in the grand scheme of things. But wait, here's Chiati. He's played a lovely one too with Ayew. Chance here for him to get his second. Oh, he's put it wide. And this is what's costing West Ham. Poor finishing like that and bad defending, which is really costing them dearly here in the Premier League. That's a poor miss from the goal scorer. West Ham corner, well cut out. And Rashford will get to the loose ball and he'll lead a charge. Needs support. Gray starting to make a good run, so too is Henrik, both to the right. Defoe wants it played to the left, but Rashford will go through. He's got Gray and Henrik to the right. This is Gray. Oh, that's a brilliant breakaway goal. That is an unbelievable breakout. Rashford in that situation should have really had the shot, but he knew his strike partner was better placed. Most strikers in Rashford's position would have had the shot and been greedy, but Rashford was very unselfish. He knew Gray was better positioned. He was also off. He was also marked as well, which more or less helped. And Burnley go 3 goals 1-1 clear. Here's Henrik. Oh, lovely run. This is Lawton, the right back of all people. Could this be 4? It is 4. It's a rout for Burnley today. And look at the fans. Well, this has been a cracking away performance. 2 beautiful breakout goals here for Burnley in this second half. And they stretched the lead to 4-1 here over a West Ham side devoid of any real confidence. What Lawton was doing far forward, we don't know, but it didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things because he put the shot away and registers his first of the season. 4 minutes to go, so the fellow has gone down there, just injured maybe, as we just see Lanzini with the shot. An easy one there for Heaton, and then he's throw out to Lawton, and Lawton's got himself in a tangle. Still might come for West Ham, bit of pinball machine, and it's gone in the corner from Andy Carroll. Well, West Ham have pulled one back at least, and have given themselves, well, they're not going to win the game, they're not going to get any points from it, but it'll give them a little bit of confidence going into the Christmas fixtures, although Matt Lawton really give them a helping hand, really, but at the end of it all, Burnley will still get the victory. There's no two ways about that. There's not enough time for West Ham to get 2 goals. I must say, Carroll took his goal ever so well there. And away we go again with the restart as Rashford goes striding through on his right foot, puts the shot wide. And now this is Gray. Oh, he's hit the post. Rashford over the top, and that is virtually the last kick of the game. A superb away performance from the Clarets. 4-2 winners. Ayew gave West Ham the lead early on. Then they had a penalty which Zaza missed, although the penalty was controversially given. Then Burnley hit back with a stunner from Gray. An own goal from Adrian. Another goal from Gray, great finish, and then Lawton made it 4. Carroll pulled one back near the end. Gray actually hit the post towards the end, but it's Burnley have come to East London and have won by 4 goals to 2 brilliantly. Magnificent away performance from the Clarets, absolutely delighted with that. It puts us into 2nd place, albeit we're still a good 7 points behind Chelsea after 16 games. But Arsenal we'd set 3rd, Liverpool 4, Stoke 5th. As for West Ham, oh, they're in big trouble with Manchester United now. Southampton and Swansea and Sunderland and Leicester looking over their shoulders. Middlesbrough doing okay. Bournemouth, you'll be unsurprised to hear, are still bottom at the moment. But, well, we're on 29 points. We only need another 11 to be assured of Premier League survival. Bournemouth actually have won a 2nd game, by the way, so they're up to 9 points. So they're sneaking back on the rails a little bit there. But a great performance, and we've 3 more Christmas games coming. We've got to go away to Spurs next, and then 2 home games against 2 North-Eastern opposition. This really gives us a real opportunity here, certainly in the 2 home games, you'd think, to really cash in and really grab the bull by the horns and maybe just challenge Chelsea for a little bit and make them sweat a little bit up at the top end of the table. But that is it from me for another episode. I hope you very much enjoyed it as we reject the offer from the Bulgarian FA. If you have enjoyed the video, please leave a like. We've had a goal fest today. I can only apologise for the bump on the West Ham first goal as well. I apologise. It's the editing software. It's not the best. So you'll just have to bear with me until I get better editing software for the PS4. But if you have enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you'd like to subscribe, please do. Your comments in the comment section below are more than welcome. Please don't swear. But thank you very much for watching. We'll see you for another episode. We'll see you for the next episode very soon. But for me, JB Johnston Todd, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you for another episode very soon. Ta-ra now.